Hello, children. I'm going to start the new chapter, ninth chapter, the Mughal Empire. Here we are going to discuss Akbar. We will study two sources of information about Mughal Empire. The two sources, literary and monuments. The literary source of information is Ane Akbari. It was written by Abul Fazl. It is divided into five books, or we can say sections. It mainly focuses of the empire of Akbar. These books talk about servants of emperor, administration, judicial departments, Hindu philosophies, sayings of Akbar. It also has information about the author. The first book of Ain Akbari deals with royal household. Second book of Ain Akbari deals with military and civil services. Third book deals with imperial administration. It explained that the empire was divided into provinces, which we call shubas, which were further divided into districts, which were called sarkars. Fourth book deals with Hindu theology or the religious beliefs. Fifth book deals with authors Abul Fazl's ancestors. Now we will discuss second source of information, that is monuments. There are several monuments like Humayun's tomb, Fatehpur Sikri, Agra Fort, Taj Mahal, Jama Masjid, Red Fort. We will study only last three monuments. Now we will discuss the source of information, that is Taj Mahal. It was built on the banks of Yamuna at Agra by Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. Ustad Isha was the architect who designed the monument. Its work started in 1631 and was completed in 1653. It is entirely made of pure white marble. It has a high raised platform. There are four minarets. It has a huge central bulbous marble dome, looks like a inverted lotus. The outer walls and inner walls are richly decorated. It has graves of Shah Jahan and his wife. It is regarded as one of the wonders of the world. So, children, here the dates which are given here, no need to learn those dates. Only you have to learn the important points which are given regarded to Taj Mahal. The next source of information or the next monument which we are going to study is Jama Masjid. It was built by Shah Jahan during the period of 1650 to 56. It is the biggest mosque in India. It has a huge raised platform. There are three gateways. One is towards north, south, and the highest and largest is Eastern Gateway, which was exclusively used by the emperors to the mosque. It has 11 arcs, one huge central arc with five smaller arcs on its left and right hand side. It has a huge courtyard which can accommodate thousands of people at a time for prayers. It has two minarets, 40-meter high. These minarets are divided into three stages. It has three domes, a huge central dome with two smaller domes on left and right hand side. Now we are going to discuss the next monument or the next source of information, that is Red Fort in Delhi. It was built by Shah Jahan during the period of 1639 to 48. He built it when he decided to shift his capital from Agra to Delhi. It is made of red sandstone and marble. It has massive walls around it. It has two, eastern and western gate. Western gate, called as Lahori Gate, was used by the emperor, and eastern gateway was used by people. So, children, lot of time we have visited Red Fort, and it is the historical place which provide us lot of information about the Mughal Empire. Now here is the list of rulers who ruled Mughal Empire. Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb. And in this chapter we are going to discuss only history of one ruler, that is Akbar. Akbar was the most powerful and popular ruler among all the other Mughal rulers. Was the greatest Mughal rulers of India. He was only 13 when he ascended the throne. He was guided by his tutor Bahram Khan. Second Battle of Panipat. Under the leadership of Himu, the Afghan ruler and nephew of Sher Shah Suri, Afghans were gaining power. Mughal forces under the guidance of Bahram Khan defeated Himu in November 1556 and established Akbar at Delhi and Agra. Akbar succeeded to a difficult position and had to virtually reconquer his empire. After winning second battle of Panipat, he then conquered Rajasthan, Bihar, Bengal, Gujarat, Deccan, Assam, Kashmir, Kandahar, and Kabul. He kept on extending his empire. Akbar was given a tough fight by Maharana Pratap, the ruler of Mewar. But later, Akbar finally won the war against Maharana Pratap. Akbar died in 1605. Now we will throw light on Akbar's administrative system. Akbar created an imperial service based on merit and graded it according to military rank. The system was called as Mansabdari system. The lowest rank was 10 and the highest rank was 5000 for nobles. Princes received a rank of 7,000. Emperor directly appointed Mansabdars. They were paid in cash and not in land grants. Out of his salary, Mansabdars were expected to maintain a quota of horses, mules, elephants, and carts. Mansabdars acted as military commanders and civil administrators. This status was not hereditary. Akbar's Rajput policy. Akbar's Rajput policy was one of his greatest achievements. He entered into marriage alliance with Rajputs. Baharmal, the ruler of Amber, married his daughter to Akbar. He gave religious freedom to his wives who followed Hinduism. This policy ended the old enmity between the Rajputs and Mughals. He placed Rajputs in Mughal government, and this greatly helped him to achieve success. Now we will study social reforms introduced by Akbar. He stopped the practice of sati, however, allowed those women who committed sati on their own free will. Akbar promoted widow remarriage. He stopped the pilgrim tax jizya, which non Muslims had to pay. He raised the age of marriage to 14 for girls and 16 for boys. He was against polygamy. Akbar followed the policy of religious tolerance toward every religion. Now we will study educational reforms introduced by Akbar. He revised educational syllabus and focused more on moral science, mathematics, agriculture, geometry, logic, and history. If a rich man died without heir, then that amount was used by the government to develop educational institutes. Scholarships were provided to students. Girls were allowed to go to the school. Now, here we are going to study the important post during Akbar's reign. Chief Qazi, highest judicial officer. Diwan Ashraf, head of the Land Revenue Department. Diwan, head of Finance Department. Mir Bakshi, head of Military Pay and Accounts Office. Khan Saman, head of Imperial Household Department. Daroga A. Top Khan, head of artillery, Mir Arts, had to look after the petitions. With this, the video is complete.